Hello everybody! Hopefully things are working today, and welcome to Longer and Harder, the show that apparently takes 3 times as long as any other show to get started. So welcome to the show. I'm gonna move like right away into not this camera. I don't know how things are gonna work. We are having apparently major, my bow tie's kind of crooked, actually. Thank you, Mr. Movie Vertigo. It is a little crooked, though, and I don't like it. All right, let's fix it. There we go. We're having some technical issues today, so we're just gonna try our best to move on with life, because this is like the 3rd time we tried starting this thing, and you know. Housekeeping. We have quite a bit. We're just gonna jump into housekeeping because I have a beer that's been sitting here for an hour. Thankfully, I was smart enough not to open it, so it's not like sitting here getting all flat and stuff, but I still have a beer that I want to drink, so I want to get to it. I really do. Housekeeping. It's working. Awesome sauce. First big part of housekeeping is, thank you very much, Mr. Bohobel has become a patron. You are awesome sauce, obviously. Likely because you're still streaming in 1080p. Maybe. I lowered it on the OBS side. It's lowering it on the YouTube side. I'm gonna have to work on after the stream, but I'm getting 30 FPS on OBS. I don't know. We'll see. But so yes, Bohovel, thank you. Very kind, sir. Your generous donations will be awesome sauce. It's always fancy dress day, Jelly. It's always fancy dress day. So that is the first of the many things that we have to talk about in housekeeping. The next thing that I think is also very important, and it also looks like it involves Bohobel, is I was noticing in the last Longer and Harder, Mr. Bohobel, that you bought a super chat during the intro bit of Longer and Harder, and I realized that during the intro bit I don't have boobs available. They just aren't. So you didn't get your boobs. Would you like them? Is pretty much what I'm getting at. I have a dice. So it's up to you if you would like to get the boobs that you missed. I can roll this, and you can get you can get whatever gets rolled. So you let me know if you'd like those or not. So those are free, mostly because you are awesome. He is dressed so fancy for his job as our dancing monkey. This is what we were doing. So I think that's a yes, but no anime stuff. I don't know what the anime ones are, so we're gonna no, you heard boobs. It's boobs. We're gonna do boobs first, then booze. We'll get there. Okay, so for Mr. Bohobel, you get number 11. Let's see. I don't remember what number 11 is. I have added some new ones. So for Bohobel, this is for your last week's super chat. Thank you very much. I know you did it a little early. Oh, she's a new one. I just added that one like earlier this week. So congratulations on that. No anime stuff for you. I know you don't like it. So, that takes care of that bit of wonderful housekeeping. The other wonderful bit of housekeeping I have written down, which is that I didn't quite get a chance last time to update our new computer boob experience point getter. And last week we were at 117 in some amount of cents that I don't remember. But thank you for everyone's generous donations. We are now at 152.77. So not just from your generous donations. Remember, every donation that I get and Patreon that I get, I am donating the same amount to myself. So thank you all for that. You are all wonderful people. So that includes what we earned from Wednesday's stream and stuff. So thank you. That's considered cool in Japan. Everything's considered cool in Japan. Why do anime creators like to sexualize adolescents? It's sick. Yeah, it's a cool thing in Japan. Japan is not as prudish as we are. Yeah. Slow-mo boobs, yes. So there's that. Lastly, Japan is just weird. Who has it? Let's go on a tangent real quick. Dorkly has, I think, like a video of like 5 weird anime things that you'll see today video, and it's shit's weird. Like, shit is real weird. That's go check that out if you ever want to figure out what's happening in Japan. I haven't said hi to people. I have like Countrified Linux. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. Thank you for joining us on this live stream. Hello, Harry. Hello, Micro and Wooden Toad and Sean. And I saw movie Vertigo. And I said hi to Jello, I think. But thank you everyone for joining me today. So that's that. And the last thing, hello, Richard. I know I'm trying not to forget you. I saw like half of you and the other 2 times we started this stream because, you know, why not? Other bit of housekeeping, which is also, I didn't say hi to Fake Undoomed yet. You're right, I didn't say hi to Fake Undoomed. Hi, Fake Undoomed. How's it going? There's my hand. Now I can wave. How's it going? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Next bit of housekeeping is we have No Longer and Harder next Sunday. I know everyone's super disappointed because this is the best show on the internets. I'm on vacation. Pretty much starting on Wednesday night to Thursday morning. I'm on vacation. You might get a Saturday morning video, maybe. I know, no promises. I have the video. I have the audio recorded, so I just have to edit it and edit the visuals. And then if I get it done in time, I might be able to upload it and get it up like early enough that it'll get released on Saturday, but that's not a promise. My little sister is in town on Wednesday night. She gets in at like midnight or something, so it's not really a Wednesday. She's in on Wednesday, and then we're going to Kansas City for the rest of the weekend. So I'm gonna be on vacation. So sorry guys, you might get a video. You definitely won't get a stream. You will probably still get a drawing stream, a fan art Wednesday. You will probably still get. So that is it for that little bit. I did not update Beer of the Week. I gotta do that real quick as well. So those are kind of our announcements for now. As everything's gonna slow down as my computer like tries to not die. Things are dying. Of course they're dying because I am doing things on the fly as opposed to like being prepared like should be. Beer of the Week, we are at 5:20. There we go. Beer of the Week, got it. We updated it. I find it odd that there's a debate on the Earth's shape since it's really not a debate anymore, but you make the discussion interesting and fun. There isn't a debate. This isn't a debate. This is just me being an asshole to flat earthers. I'm gonna take that out of my ear because that feels uncomfortable. So yeah, if you want to get in the arms, there are other problems. Slavery still exists. Yes, you're right. So does polio and starvation. Get off your pseudo self-righteous high horse. Oh, wait, why are we angry at people? Don't be angry at people. It's okay. Be mad at whatever you want to be mad at. Which Kansas City? The cancer's the one in Misery. It's the one in Misery. We're going to the Kansas City in Misery. I just read there will be a space hotel about 2022. Wonder with that conspiracy theories the Flash will come up with. It will be highly amusing. You did guess the beer on Twitter, it seems like. Do I win anything? I don't know. There's also a word of the week. Maybe if Nightbot isn't dead, which Nightbot might be dead. There is a beer. There's a word too. So you know you can have that too. Can I have a blue spanner, please? I feel left out. I'm sorry. You just hang around long enough, you will. Okay. So, I need to come up with like more rewards for all the things. So, that leads me. So that's it for housekeeping. We really don't have much for housekeeping, which leads us straight into Beer of the Week. And this is such a special beer. I don't actually know if it's good, but it's a special. So the grocery store that I go buy Beer of the Week, they do this. They give you this like punch card thing, and every 12 craft beers, or like every time you spend more than like $9 or something on a craft beer, or $6, I forget what amount it is. They give you you get like 13 or 12. Yeah, you get like $13 off your next purchase, or your purchase pretty much. So I usually use this like extra bit of free beer money, and I buy like a really expensive beer. So that's what we have done today. And I haven't actually another beer typo. Nice. You guys are way better at doing that than I am. We have this fantastically large pint of beer from Boulevard Brewing Company. Not Brewing Company this time around. At least I got that one part. All right. You should send me your address so I can send you some proper British Wish country ales. Oh, that would be amazing. I get the feeling I really should start a P.O. box at some point, because I have like all these people who want to send, who like, I know that I want to try some German beers and stuff, so beers would be amazing. But for now, this is what we got. So this, I haven't even opened it yet. I was like so super excited, and I really didn't want to open it without you guys. So we're gonna do towards the next beer. Thank you, NA. Thank you very much. We're gonna do a beer unboxing. Another typo. You're gonna have to tell me where the typo is. Are we gonna get boobs along with this wonderful super chat? Let's see. There it is. Oh, slow-mo boobs for the win. So if nothing else, the lag of my stream gives you slow-mo boobs. So be happy about that at least, right? My P.O. box is only $12 a month and just hold boxes for the P.O. box in the post office. So there you go. Wait, can you send a beer across the Atlantic? You can. I think it's rather expensive, so I don't suggest that, but you know. All right, so this is our lovely beer. Oh, we're gonna open it up live. This is fucking a beer unboxing, because why not, right? Okay, it's one of those like fun. I'm actually worried that it's gonna like pop out really. Oh, that was a very satisfying sound. I am super satisfied by that right now. Ooh, that smells delicious. Oh, that is a wonderful smell. Ooh, all right, this is like beer porn for us right now, guys. You know, because boobs isn't enough. Let's have some beer. Boom. Can R&D pour a beer correctly is the next question, or is he gonna cock it all up? Oh, there we go. Look at how dark that is. Oh, that is a beautifully dark beer. Look at that. Oh, that is fantastic. You can see the reflection of my computer screen on it. It's so dark. Oh, this is gonna be the best. I am super excited about this beer, guys. This is gonna be amazing. No foam, I know. Like no foam, whatever. It's a stout. Looks great. Let's see. Oh, it smells really good. Oh, that is fantastic. Oh, that is delicious. Oh my goodness, that's a beer. Oh, that is beer. I know there was no. I wish. I honestly, one of these days, maybe if I ever become like successful in my career, I do want to have like a fucking like the ability to have kegs and just pour my own beer like on tap. That would be amazing. I do want that. That is a life dream. Life dreams. Gonna go for that. I'm cool, I guess. I know nothing about beer. You're 14. Don't drink beer because you're not allowed to, but I started drinking when I was 16, so, you know, keep that in mind. I never read the thing. I was so fucking excited. I got super excited about the beer, and I never read the thing. Okay, oh god, this is so good. This rich, velvety ale was matured in oak casks, previously used to create a barrel-aged Manhattan cocktail. Minimally, oh, there's the typo. Found the typo, guys. Minimally carbonated to offer a unique sensory experience. This massive stout features notes of espresso, tart cherry, vanilla, and signature hints of the classic cocktail. Ooh. Oh, it's amazing. This is so good. Beer smells like Peter. So for a long time, like I just mentioned to Blue Marble, I'd been drinking since I was like 16 because I broke into, hi mom, hi dad, I broke into your liquor cabinet when I was 16 all the time. And I drank a lot, like a lot. But because I was, you know, a high schooler, I drank to get drunk, like any good high schooler does. Which meant that the only things that I liked to drink were hard liquors, because they got you drunk and you could do shots of them, and then you didn't have to taste them as much. Like, they were kind of, they were quick. So I did like a lot of tequila shots and rums and things like that, because they were kind of easy, and you could do a rum and coke with rum and coke, obviously. And then you do mostly coke if you're 16, and it doesn't taste as bad, right? So for the longest time, I only drank hard liquors, and I hated beers, absolutely hated beers. And then I went to school in Wisconsin, and I continued drinking, but even in Wisconsin, a lot of the beers that were drank, because I was at college, were a lot of really crappy beers. So we drank a lot of Pabst Blue Ribbon, which I've mentioned before, and we drank a lot of just absolute like crap, just the worst shit in the world, right? So I didn't like beer, but I was there when I turned 21. And then I got to experience actually going into a liquor store without being like super nervous that I was going to get carded, and buying the beer that I wanted. And Wisconsin is just the best for microbrews. Just so good. So after that it was that I started really liking beer. So I spent like that summer I went to Milwaukee and went to a few breweries. I went to there's a few breweries sort of near where I lived. Like, that's when I started really liking beer, was when I turned 21. So, moral of the story: wait till you're of age, so that at least you can actually experience beer the way that it's supposed to be experienced. And otherwise, more than likely, you're gonna experience crap beer. But don't let that actually make you think that all beer is crap. Same thing with wine, and honestly, same thing with most alcohol. Probably the things that you are drinking if you're underage are crap, because that's what your friends buy you, because your friends are jerks who want to just take your money. So keep that in mind. Rum and coke, but it's soaked with rum. You can't snort it no more, can you? It does make it hard. What is underage? I'm gonna go with what is ever underage in whatever part of the world that you live in. For me, it's 21, and it's not that, like, I don't, from a morality standpoint, I don't give a fuck, right? When you drink, it's just that you're not going to get, just from a practicality standpoint, you're not going to be able to experience it unless you can do it in such a way that it's actually things that you can choose to drink, and you can sort of sit there and be picky about the beer or the alcohol that you want to drink. It's not about, it's a fucking sin to drink beer if you're under 21 or any of that nonsense. Whatever the drinking age is at your home country place that you sleep, do that. I don't know anywhere that you have to be 21 to buy. U.S. is the highest because we have found it on Puritans. We are. I'm always dressed sharply, Mr. Havoc. What was I going to say? Yes, I know, yeah, it's 21 in the States. It's 18 in Mexico. I think it's 18 in Canada as well. I think it's 18 in, like, most of the world. Twitter DM, thank you, Mr. Brohobel. Let's write our story stream in 41 minutes. What a jerk. We're going to try to get through things fast. Not really. Don't drink alcohol pops. You may as well be putting salt neat down your throat. Ooh, that's the thing. Here it's 16 to buy beer and 14 for parental consent and 18 for everything distilled. In Wisconsin actually has this really cool law, which I like, and I think more places should have things like this. I also think we should lower the drinking age. Anyway, but in Wisconsin, if you have your legal guardian, if your legal guardian is over 21, they can give you permission to drink at like a bar and stuff. And it's actually true. I've used it a couple of times. One of my old bosses when I lived out in Wisconsin, before I turned 21, actually took and even after I turned 21, because he'd take sort of the whole store with him to the bar. He'd actually be like, yeah, he's my son. He's 20. I give him permission to drink, and like, this is a guy who's like really well known in town, and people were like, yeah, whatever. I had a friend of mine who also got married. He got married when he was 19 or 20, I forget. He got married real young, but his wife was over 21, and he could actually go drink with her at bars, but often had to carry his marriage license with him a lot so that he could be like, this is my legal guardian, because I guess your spouse is your legal guardian in Wisconsin. I don't know. And so she could give him permission to drink. So that's a thing. I wonder if R&D, if it's able to be legal guardian. I wonder if R&D is able to be a legal guardian. I have actually been a legal guardian for a time, so that happens. Drinking age till a few years ago, Netherlands used to be 16 for 5% and 18 for anything above. Now it's 18 for all. I'm okay with 18 for all. I think that's fine, but I think I'm also I also think that a lot of the problems when it comes to drinking age has to do with making drink like the war on drugs and things. Is when you sort of give people the ability to do a thing in a safe environment, you're less likely to have problems. So I would be okay with it would be great if the US lowered it, and I'm okay with like parents giving their kids drinks or wines or whatever during dinner and teaching them about alcohol and stuff. I think that'd be fine. I salute the Craze Company. The legal drinking age in Greece is 18. About my fuel for today is Sequidia. Get on with it. No. We'll get there. Eventually. There's a thing. I've been staring at this beer of the week thing. In the Marines at the Marine Corps ball when I was 19, the battalion commander told us if we're old enough to go to war, we're old enough to drink, and it was okay to drink that night. Yeah. I'm actually okay with, like, that is one of the reasons that I do think that if you are old enough to be able to go and do things like enlist for the military, then you should be allowed to be able to drink. So I think that's silly. The war on drugs increases the value of the crime, and at the same time, if they had kids, I wouldn't want them to do some drugs, so I'm torn on that one. Not a drug user, by the way. So one of the things that that has happened, and now we're getting to things. Yeah, it does increase the criminality of it. The problem is there's a lot of problems with war on drugs. Part of the problem with war on drugs is it's extremely racially biased, which sucks. It's extremely costly, which also sucks. It's extremely unnecessary to have kids in jail for possessing, a couple of grams worth of pot for like years and years, and have their fucking lives ruined just for carrying around a piece of grass. It's a lot of really stupid decisions that all culminate in what is just this awful mess that is the war on drugs. I'm extremely opposed to the war on drugs. I'm not like a heavy drug user myself, but I just, so here's the thing. Since why smoke weed when you can drink wheat? So, since we're talking about my use of drugs, why not? Hello, Dex. Thank you for joining us. Is that like I don't do drugs, and mostly it's at a convenience sake. Like, my job doesn't seem to care. Most places around here don't seem to care, so I have like no obligation but to not do them. But it's kind of a pain in the ass to do drugs in Nebraska, because one, I have to go find some shady ass neighbor to ask them to sell me drugs, which is already like, I don't want to do that, right? But when I go to places where I can do it legally, like I'll go to Denver once a year, and I'll go to California again at some point and visit my family. I will probably go out and buy some when I'm there, because it's simple and easy and legal, and I don't have to worry about it. So if I live somewhere where it is legal, I would probably partake in it more. The reason that I probably drink as much as I do is because it's I don't need anything special to do that. I can just run down to the grocery store and do it. So yeah. Fun fact: in Denmark, you can buy You can fuck at 15, but not buy beer until 16. So if you follow the law, haha, like people do that, you can fucking create a life, but not a drink. That's hilarious. The War on Drugs pointed out how people on drugs act immediately locked up for rehab. Now when someone acts that way, they suppress it. Or try to surround themselves with like-minded people and folks who are mildly different but accepting of you. We also manufacture the mindset that if you tell anyone they will be in prison. There's a deterrent to admitting mental issues. Holy crap. There's a lot of deterrents to admitting. There's a lot that I could say about mental health and the lack of it. Well, not mental health care, I should say. Mental health care in the States. So, all right. That's enough about beer for now, at least. We have that did not do what I wanted it to do. Okay, you go away. Videos. We have videos, guys. I'm looking at the chat like as if I'm looking at you, but I wasn't. We have videos, guys. I have added 2 since last time. Beer scale is on. Oh, yes, beer scale is on because I wanted to talk about beer scale. This is a solid 10 on the beer scale, just so you know. That was the only reason the beer scale was open. This solid 10 on the beer scale. It is fucking delicious. I love this beer. Nope, that one. So, video menu. We have added 2 things to the video menu, and we will get the straw poll going here. Oops. I gotta create that straw poll for me, computer. Title is required. What video? Okay, create that straw poll for me. So I have added 2 videos since last time. Because we watched 2 last time. So we got 2 this time. 2 new ones. So, ba-bam, vote away. We have How Season Works by Eric Dubay. The Endgame by Marty Leeds. 4-Dimensional Flat Earth by Conscious Truth. Not Cloning, but Brainwash Cloning by Jonathan Miller. All Roads Lead to the Globe by the Morgile. It's like a 2-hour video. We're never going to get through it all. Something Beyond Strange. That I think this is the one that Dex recommended. So, yeah, you can blame him for that one, is pretty much what I'm saying there. And Veganism Almost Killed Me by Daphne Reloaded. In case you don't know who Daphne Reloaded is, nobody does. But what's his face? Jake the Asshole recently gave her a shout out. So she's, I don't know, I guess becoming Flat Earth famous or something. So vote away on what we got. Ooh, we got some 1s. We got a 1 and a 2, guys. We got a 1 and a 2. That does not help me at all. You gotta help me make decisions here. I am not a good decision maker. Oh. Daphne Rimmel. I don't know what her last name is. Something new if we can, R&D. This is all you guys, not me. The shock of veganism killed me. My curiosity is morbid here. I know. So I watched the little bit of it. It is crappily made. So who knows? I vote Daphne. I don't agree with the constant meat eater diet or the vegan vegetarian diet. They're both just really unsustainable. Yeah. Fucking amazing. I meant to vote for the cloning one, not the 4D flat earth. Ooh. What one is the Morgile? I don't know. They're all the same. I don't know if you've ever watched more than one Morgile video, but he's only got one video that he's been re-editing for years now. Like, I've tried watching some of his other videos and it's all the same nonsense over and over and over again. He doesn't have new material. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, but I have this theory that Jism isn't like a real flat earther. I don't think he drinks his own Kool-Aid, right? But I think that someone like the Morgile genuinely is a flat earther. I think he's one of the most genuine flat earthers. And one of the reasons that I think he's a genuine flat earther is that he doesn't jump onto every really stupid, crazy idea right off the bat. Like, Jism will, you tell him any crazy fucking shit that's slightly conspiratorial, and he will, jump on it because that means he can make a new video on it. The Morgile isn't like that. The Morgile has his you know, his whatever, his proofs, and that's all he ever uses. So he's got one video, he's remade it who knows how many times, which is also why his channel doesn't grow, because he just remakes the same video over and over again. That was mean. I'd like to collab with you someday, but you're too big for a channel. I am not too big of a channel. No. Oh, I know. But sure. Blue Marble. Either join my Discord server, or if you're on Twitter, send me a send me a DM. Or I will try to message you, because I am actually working with people for the 200 Dubé proofs. I already have some people sort of blocked off for certain proofs. So if you would like to help out with that, I am looking for people to help out with that, and that's kind of an open invite. So, you know, I'd do one of those two things to remind me, because I will entirely forget. And I would love to have you collab with me. I think that would be amazing. So yes, we will chat, okay? Do you think most flat earthers really believe that the earth is flat? And why do they always say they want people to know the truth? And kudos on destroying their worldview. Thank you. I don't, so I have my theories on who's a real flat earther and who isn't. Because I don't think that all flat earthers out there are real flat earthers. I do think some, like I said, like Jeranism, I don't think is a real flat earther. I think he's just doing it for the money. Even people like Mr. Thrive and Survive, I think he is also, he's also probably not. He seems like a con artist to me. Dubé actually almost seems like a con artist to me as well, but I don't know how much of his own Kool-Aid he drinks. So I have my opinions on different people, whether they're a flat earther or not. But I do think that some of the motivation is monetary, especially like channels, like I said, channels like so like Jeranism, one of his more recent videos, I think it's like a week or two ago, he's got a video about how you can save money if you're a smoker. So if you smoke, you can save money on cigarettes by rolling your own cigarettes, which I used to be a smoker, like back when I was in college. Like, no shit, Jeranism, like everybody who has bought more than like 3 packs of cigarettes knows that rolling your own cigarettes is way cheaper than buying a pack of Marlboro, whatever, Camels. I smoke Camels. I didn't even smoke Marlboros. I smoke Camels, whatever the fuck the other ones are called, right? So like everybody knows this. So he's not actually giving people any new information. And in that same video, where he's teaching you about how you can save money, he's like, hey, with all the money that you saved, you could become a patron and you can donate and stuff, right? Like he genuinely has a whole video teaching smokers how to save money so they can give it to him. Dex, there's a live stream about Mr. Thrive and Survive and Rhetoric coming soon. I know, because Red doesn't read the schedule. You wouldn't know if someone is fake flat earther, because flat earthers are stupid enough to just make mental mistakes that are indistinguishable from trolls. It's true. A great thing that happened when I did my April Fool's Day video was I had a lot of people who seemed to be genuinely thought that I was a flat earther leave me comments, and that was like the most obviously satirical thing that I could have ever written. Like the quotes at the beginning of the video were very obviously misquoted, like entirely misquoted. The shit that I was saying was just outrageous, and yet so many goddamn comments on that video was people telling me either telling me, you know, yay Jesus, good being a flat earther, or being like, you're a dumb flat earther, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like I genuinely tried to be as transparent as I could, and I failed. So, you know. Have you heard you can vape other herbs and not just weed? I have vaped other herbs and not just... Oh, wait, not just weed? Oh, I thought you meant tobacco. I haven't vaped other herbs besides weed. Like oregano? Rosemary? Gotta love poll results. Oh, yes. There's a tie, guys. So one of the reasons, actually, there's a 3-way tie. So, if you haven't voted yet, you should, because right now we are tied between 1, 3, and 5, which, according to this thing, is how seasons work. 4th dimensional flat Earth, and all roads lead to the globe. So, if you haven't, go do that thing where you vote so that I don't have to make decisions for you. Otherwise, I'm gonna roll a dice because that's way easier. Where with mom with whom? I know, right? When I was in high school, some guy bragged about selling my brother some lawn. Oh goodness. Let's see how. Okay, this looks like it's gonna stay tied. So, handy dandy, 3-sided die, and by 3-sided. Oh no, people are voting. Never mind. We might have to. We might not be. So far the Morgile is winning, but I do have my handy dandy dice, out and about. So I'm gonna give that a few more seconds before it looks like the Morgile might end up winning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Morgile is it. Morgile is winning it. Oh god, I hate the Morgile. The Morgile has this like 1-hour intro to all of his videos, and it's amazing. It's awful and amazing at the same time, but it looks like it genuinely looks like the Morgile definitely won. All right, so we got Morgile winning, which is this super long one. And we are gonna make sure that we can actually see it like we're supposed to. And I did actually make sure to have a VLC open this time. Look at this professionalism, guys. Oh yes. Why are you so? Oh, because there's no border. Oh yeah, there's no border there. Haha, I forgot about that. In case you haven't noticed, I did actually fix the R in R&D. It actually says R&D now, or Rhetoric and Discourse, not R&D. Haha, super smart R&D. There we go. I don't. God, this is super unprofessional of me. Like, just sitting here tweaking this damn thing. Like, there we go. Just tweaking this thing until I find it to be perfect, because fuck the rest of you. All right, so we have this guy. I don't know how quiet or loud he's gonna be, so you're gonna have to tell me. And like I said, there's like a fucking hour long. Oregano used to pass as MJ when I was 16. I know, right? I got like super scared when I used to be so anti-drug up until I was like 18. No, yeah, 18, 19. I used to be like so anti-drug because like I was scared as shit of drugs. It was really bad. Like, yeah. Can Hobbs maybe take over from here? Such unprofessionalism. I don't. Hobbs is all cuddled up with my wife at the moment, so we're just gonna let him do that because he seems happy over there. The Morgile. So this is gonna be like a minute and a half intro. Calm the OCD, yeah. I know. I am the most unprofessional person in the world. It's the worst. Where's my hand?
What's up, everybody? John the Morgile here. Hope y'all are doing well. Gonna check in for yet.
Oh wait, that didn't last as long as I thought it would. Okay, so we got the Morgile Hill. I'm still not a smoker, thankfully. Don't smoke cigarettes. They're bad for you. They're real bad for you. Don't do that. Yeah, I used to, and it was awful. Did you put flat earther joint? Maybe. Like I used to be a smoker back in the day, back when I was in college, like my early days of college. And then my left lung collapsed. Right lung, left lung. One of them. Don't remember which. I think it was my right. I think it was my right because like all my right things are fucked up. It collapsed while I was swimming. Like at the pool, it just went and crushed itself under. Like it got a hole in it. And in case you don't know how lungs work, there's your chest cavity and then there's your lung. And if you have a hole in your lung, all the air that's inside of your lung escapes it, and then the pressure from all the air just like squishes your lung, and it hurts. It hurts a crap ton. Like, it hurt a lot. That was super painful. So after that, I stopped smoking because that shit hurt a lot. So I'll smoke every once in a while, like every few years. I'll get kind of bored and try it again. And it is super tasty, but it's also super gross, and super unhealthy. So don't do it. But it is super tasty. So I entirely understand why people do it. But yeah, don't do that. It probably wasn't the wrong one. So my guess is it's the left one. Maybe. No, I have a tendency to. I'm pretty sure it was my right lung, because I have a tendency like my motorcycle accidents have ended up with a fractured elbow. I fucked up my knee several times, my right knee. So I think it's my right lung, because I think it's my right lung or my right side of my person that keeps being messed up in car accidents. So I think it's my right lung. Okay.
Another Flat Earth video. I quickly wanted to thank all my Patreon supporters. I gotta say, I couldn't do any of this without you guys. If you
So don't even start talking about fucked up knees. I know your knee is actually worse than mine is, so I won't. Morgile is too loud. We can turn down the Morgile. He isn't very loud on my end, but if he's too loud for you, he's too loud for everybody. I want to point out. God, I hate my fucking headphones. I do want to point out something, since we're trying. I was about to break out a ruler to measure this, but I figure that's actually going to be a terrible idea. But then, you know what? We do have a camera, so maybe it's not the worst idea that I've ever had. And not measure, just point. So he's, yeah, that's way not flat. Haha. So Morgile has done that thing where he's found footage where the center of the frame is the center of the frame is below the center of the frame. So like the camera is, or sorry, the horizon is above the center of the frame. I'm all sorts of fun, right? So it's doing that thing where or below. It's actually curving up the horizon. Which I love it when flat earthers do this. I love it when flat earthers show high altitude hot air balloon footage of with the curving up part, and I love it. I love you guys when you do that. It's the best. So bohobo, people who with fucked up knees have to stand together or sit, which is much more likely. You do have to sit together. Fuck, I need stronger stuff to bear the Morgile. Yes, this stuff's gonna get me through the Morgile. The Morgile is just the worst. I just tangled up my headphones for no good reason. You must not be popular yet, Burndy, because you're not getting live Steam crashed by Flaptards. Flaptards stopped listening to me a while ago, actually. It used to be, back when I first started, most of my videos would get, for a long time, most of my videos were like 50% up dislike to like ratio. And that's stopped over the last year or so. It hasn't been like that, but for a while there, all of my videos were like 50% up and down because flat earthers would just find them. Now it's closer. Most of my videos are like at 80%. So I'm assuming that about 80% of the people who watch it aren't flat earthers and about 20% are. That's more or less my I don't know, my crappy statistics on that matter.
like to become a patron through Patreon, you can do so for as little as $1 per month to help me continue dedicating my free time to producing new Flat Earth content.
Morgile. Oh, I need to turn off this thing. I just realized it's still on. Let's turn that off. Dear Mr. Morgile, my friend, the Morgile. I know you don't like me much because I've made a video about you. But my dear Morgile friend, you're not producing new Flat Earth content. You have remade the same video over and over again. So, I mean, I almost want to give you money just to see you actually try to make something new. That would be nice. Because I am tired of watching you say the same thing over and over again for how many fucking... I look at my watch. This is my watch tells me years, right? For how many years? Just no. My glasses are dirty. I took them off to be cool, and then I realized that my glasses were dirty. So I'm gonna not so coolly wipe them off. on my vest, and then I'm gonna be super cool and put them back on. Now I can't read the chat. Okay, here we go. Biology soapboxes are always good. I generally hate it that Eric Dubay deleted any comments that's not supporting him. It's idiotic and just shows how weak he is. A lot of flat earthers do that. My favorite, though, of all the flat earthers who delete comments has got to be Orphan Red, because Orphan Red has two types of comments on her videos. It's "you are so pretty" and smart comments, and actually, no, maybe it's just one. Those are the only comments on her channel, is everybody saying "you are so pretty and smart." And that's it. Like, she can't stand criticism at all, so it's a shame. Maybe one of these days she'll come on my channel. Oh, I invited what's his face? I invited Paul on the plane to kind of join us, but you know, obviously he didn't, so that's too bad. R&D, you're ugly and dumb. So Geo has called me fat, ugly, and dumb. So yeah, that's a thing. It's just why? Look at this face. All right, let's
also,
power
if you'd
through
like
this
to
commercial.
support this channel directly through PayPal, as opposed to a recurring contribution as is through Patreon, go to www.paypal.me/themorgile, or through Patreon is www.patreon.com/themorgile. Your support is obviously not obligational, as all of my content is free. However, it is the few people in the community who step forward and support when they can that make it at all possible. So in that regard, I want to really sincerely thank Jonathan, Travis, and Chris for helping me get through a recent mini crisis with my computer, which has now since been resolved.
Oh, wait. Gio and Ellie's relationship isn't toxic. Have you seen his relationship with Anthony Riley? That right there is a toxic relationship. Anthony's got nothing on me, like nothing at all on me. You're gonna DM me? Great. I'm going to DM you. Yes. It's whatever. You can do !Twitter, I think, and that'll bring you my Twitter account. If you want to DM me there, that would be awesome.
I literally cannot do this without the support of the community, as it's obvious to me that YouTube is ensuring that most flat earth vids in general just don't get the same promotional priority as other topics like video games, for example, or the latest gossip about one Kardashian's butt or another.
Thank you for that, Morgile. That's fantastic. I love it. Don't die like it. I probably will die. If you want to hear me die, and unfortunately, God, I should have turned my camera on. Go to Taking a Look At. We did a show yesterday. I lost my shit. I could not handle it at all remotely. So if you want to watch or hear me just die, that's how you do it. Where are you from? I'm from Crete. Oh, you guys. Oh, okay. You guys are Greece brothers. Nightbot's a dick. I'm sorry, Dex. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, all right. Or just I don't even
So
know.
any sort of earnings from advertising on
I'm
the
not
channel
listening.
through YouTube
Fucking
and stuff.
I just fucking don't have my headphones in. Oh, I don't even have my headphones in anymore. Oh, okay, Nightbot. Nightbot. No. Oh, fuck you, Nightbots. Let's see. Can I find Dex? Dex, you. I don't know. I added you as a moderator because you honestly deserve it anyway, but hopefully that'll stop the 10-minute fucking thing that you know. Hopefully Nightbot won't be able to stop you from coming back in now that you're a moderator. You know, give it, you know, maybe. Hopefully. We'll see. I don't know. Nightbot's a dick.
Pretty much slim to none.
Oh my god! Igor. You sent me that thing. You sent me a video. Thank you for that video. I didn't realize you made video. That's awesome. You will probably have either a quickie or a video made about you because I kind of watched through some of it and it was fascinating. So yeah, thank you for that. That was awesome. Thank you and welcome to the show. I have actually, now that you've stopped being such a spam bot, I have actually been enjoying I've been enjoying reading your comments. So thank you for all of your wonderful comments. If you would ever like to, my friend, if you would ever like to come onto the show, not today, because today has been just a disaster, right? Not today, but if you would ever like to come onto the show, please let me know. I would love to have you on here, and you can tell me all about the flat Earth. That, or you should talk to Geo. What's your last name, Geo? That guy. He'll say a thing. You should talk to that guy because he's also really great about talking to flat earthers. So, we're talking to flat earthers. So if you would like to join here or join that, please let me know. I would love to have you on. And you're welcome to stay. The chat will probably rip you apart. I don't control them, so, you know, you're on your own on that one. But yes, I did watch, Strebber, thank you. I knew you had a last name. So yeah, no, you will probably have a quickie or a thing made about you. So, you know, at some point. I did see, I'm getting hand fappy about, Team Skeptic. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. So we'll go with that. I don't know. I was listening to something here and then I got distracted. Let's listen. We got a couple more minutes. We'll listen and then we'll take our break.
Now you may say that this sounds.
Oh, somebody please get Greater Sapien here because I want Senpai to notice me. I love him so much. Greater Sapien, if you're ever watching this, like, you're an inspiration. Please notice me. That would genuinely be amazing if you got Greater Sapien here. He's an awesome dude.
Like I'm doing flat Earth stuff for the money, which is the furthest thing from the truth. Prior to flat Earth, I was doing very well for myself, in fact. After becoming a vocal.
So he's actually about to talk about one of the reasons that I think that he is genuinely a flat earther. Unlike a lot of the other YouTubers, is that he actually was doing just fine up until he became a flat earther, and then he like lost his job and bought a bus and did a lot of just terrible decision making on the Morgile's part, which makes me think that he's genuinely a flat earther. Like, he genuinely believes that what he is doing is correct. And it's led him to some horrible fate, but you know, he stands by his ground, unlike Jism, who just, you know, shills himself out.
Proponent for a flat Earth that has all changed to where I fall way below the poverty line. Yet I have continued making flat Earth content for the last 3 years, in spite of the fact that doing so equates to, sacrificing my reputation in an era where anyone with internet can find out a great deal about a person, especially. Okay,
can we skip? He's got a very soft story that I don't want to listen to. I would like to skip. I have the smallest violin out for the morning. I mean, it's a sad story. So This is where I get conflicted about feeling bad for people and realizing that people have gotten themselves into this situation on their own faults. And I actually don't feel as bad about the Morgile as I do about his wife. From what I know, his wife is rather ill a lot of the time. She's got some sort of, lifelong disease, whatever, one of those. I don't know which one, but she's got one of those, and she's got to deal with this idiot who has, for the most part, probably destroyed all of their livelihood. And his ability to take care of her for the flat earth. And I feel like real bad for her, like to the point where when I heard about him being homeless and shit, I almost wanted to donate money to him, not for him, but for his wife, because his wife is just a poor victim of this fucking idiot, right? And it's awful. I mean, I don't know what their home life situation is, but like, God, I can't even imagine being stuck with someone like the Morgile as my caregiver, in him spending so much of his time doing flat earth nonsense that, he does stupid, like he's paid so much goddamn money for that goddamn bus. Like, goddamn, you Morgile need to get your priorities straight. And one of your priorities shouldn't be the flat earth. It should be that person that you married and you're supposed to take care of. So maybe go do that instead of making flat earth videos and sitting at a Starbucks for an hour so that you can upload it because you can't have your own internet. Like, goddamn. Super fucking depressing ass shit is what we have here, and that is kind of the sad thing. Is it's just super fucking depressing ass nonsense. Okay, so we are like 3 minutes away from the hour mark, so we're just gonna take a break because my glass is empty. Granted, my beer is here, but we're gonna take that break. That middle of the show break, so you can stop looking at my ugly mug. I have added new there's new I am pointing. You can't even see. I am looking and pointing at the camera as if you could see any of it, and you can't. Like a smarty pants. I have added new fan art to the fan art section here, so you should see microbloganism. Fuck yeah, microbloganism fan art right there. But you should see some new fan art along with some fan art provided by I want to say Havoc, I think, provided fan art. I want to say people have enjoy it. I will be back in a little bit. Gonna go use the ladies' room and do that and get me a beer. Hello, and we're back. Yes, we are back. Hello. Okay. Do we actually want to finish the Morgile or get started on the Morgile because we haven't done that yet, or would we like to switch? Let me know in the chat. I'm gonna get started with just the Morgile and see where we go with this. We're all back. Continue with the Morgile seems to be a thing because only one person has voted yes. So, God, I ate something spicy. We should build a Lego arc and give Ken Hum a run for his untaxed money. Oh, that would be amazing. Okay, Morgile it is.
One with such an uncommon name as yours truly. Now, I'm not ashamed to be aware and vocal about the fact that the Earth is a motionless plane. Not in the slightest. But at this point in...
I get the feeling that we're never actually going to get to anything here. At all.
The game, it's still a cultural taboo, which is frowned upon and laughed at by anyone, well, to be fair, anyone in their right mind with a decent education.
Did you just... Yes, Morgile. Anybody in their right mind with a decent education should laugh. I know that I know this isn't what you mean. I entirely understand that I'm taking you out of context. But in taking you out of context is the only time that you say things that are right. So, yes. People who have an education and are of the right mind will question the flat earth and think that it's dumb and silly.
Or rather, indoctrination into the cult of theoretical scientism. Now, I make flat earth content because I feel like it's the right thing to do and I enjoy it. At the same time, it does take time, effort, and energy to create videos and do hangouts that is all made available free. And so it is sort of important to have a roof over one's head and some electricity and maybe a dash of internet. Unfortunately, the truth is not a valid form of tender in this world.
Can I skip ahead?
Otherwise, myself...
I don't know why I get closer to my mic. I am very bored. Guys, my friends, I am very bored. Can we skip ahead? This guy, Morgile, you are super boring. God damn, you are super boring. Oh, that is Kirby. Look at that. That is Kirby. That is curved. Look at that. That's a nice curve. If we did the thing with the contrast and up the contrast, I think we could see a pretty decent curve out of that picture. So, yeah, look at that nice curve you got there. That planet has a nice curve, and as we all know, I like my planets like I like my women, with nice curves on them. Can we? Yes, we can. All right, we have a skip. Oh God, I hate spicy things. Oh, this beer is the best. Okay, cheap and silent. Oh no, no. My wife's in the other room, probably watching this. Wife, I don't like my women cheap and silent. Alright, moving on. We're gonna skip to... There we go. I don't know. There's just something.
Texas, therefore the Earth is a globe. Another would be, what goes up must come down, therefore the Earth is a spinning globe complete with gravity.
Okay.
And finally, the stars overhead appear to be spinning, displaying some counter-rotation in either hemisphere. Therefore, the Earth is a spinning globe. So, in all of these examples, it is required that the observer or theorist draw their conclusion that the Earth is a sphere first and foremost, and then back-engineer theories, apologetics, and supporting hypotheticals.
No. Morgile, no. No, we don't reverse engineer the universe. I know this is like a big talking point that you have and a big talking point that Jism has, that somehow we have taken a flat Earth model that you know, has its own laws of physics and its own laws of motion and all that, right? And somehow, weirdly, scientists of yore and of new have come up with a way to make these laws of flat Earth plainness work on a sphere. They can't, one, it makes no sense for them to work in both, right? Like none whatsoever for them to work in both. On the other hand, so okay, now I'm more getting ahead of myself. So it makes no sense. So they got to work on one or the other. And the thing is that at the end of the day, regardless of what you say, the globe Earth model is predictable. It makes predictions that, you know, that are reliable. We function on the fact that the Earth is a globe. That is what allows, you know, air travel across the entire world and sea travel across the entire world. It's what gives all those astronomers who spend all of their time staring at the sky jobs. So it works. And not just does it work. What you are saying is what you are doing, the Morgile. You have come to this, the Earth is a flat plane conclusion. And now you are trying to engineer the laws of a plane onto onto it. Like, you are the one doing the thing that you say that we are doing. A little bit of projection much is what what you are doing. I was a beast with Shadow Cat. Huh? Okay. Cool. I'll take it. I'm here to make sure a Phoenix Hawk Lamb Havoc. Ooh. Oh, figures. We're talking about figures are cool. Let's see. Mech Warriors. Oh, Mech Warriors. Is that a video game? I don't know. Is that a video game? I don't know. I don't play video games often enough anymore. Sorry.
Or hypothetical mathematics based on conjecture and assumption, with a dash of observational input to explain how certain facts of nature are even possible upon this hypothetical rotating sphere, let alone somehow proof of this hypothetical rotating sphere. So we'll address each of these as quickly as possible, as they are, for some reason, recurring arguments which still manage to survive in globe Earth terms somehow, in spite of the fact that said arguments are so very elementary and truthfully do not show anything but steadfast, unshakable belief.
I want to point this out, that we are 8 minutes into this video. Like, we skipped ahead, right? We are 8 minutes into this video, and the Morgile has yet to actually give us any evidence for his statements. Like, he's still, this is his intro still. This is still his intro. That's where we are. After my exile, I have finally returned from the Forbidden Land. I am bringing news that I messaged Greater Sapiens to see if he'd come on tonight. Be still my beating heart. Oh, that would be, God, Greater Sapien. Notice me, senpai, please. Also, I actually kind of want to ask you to collab with me. So you might, regardless of whether you see this or not, I'm going to message you soon, because I do, Eric Dubé brings up, in case, and just to plug Greater Sapien, if for whatever reason you are here or are subscribed to me but not Greater Sapien, the fuck is wrong with you? So go subscribe to him, because he's way better than I am. But he's got a really great debunk of a funny thing happened on the way to the moon, which Eric Dubé brings up in like proof 180 something or another. So I was hoping to have Greater Sapien get that one for me, because I honestly, what I'm going to do is be like, Greater Sapien already debunked their nonsense. So there you go. So yeah, go subscribe to him. But if Greater Sapien, if you see that, you're gonna get a message from me soon, being like, "Hey, do this thing for me because I would love it because you're awesome, and I watch your videos all the time." Okay. I guess we can keep trying this nonsense.
In a spinning spherical Earth, regardless of any evidence presented to the contrary. Now, it is extremely difficult to convince a rational, well-educated person to even consider the truth as a possibility, as the truth simply is not compatible with what everyone was led to believe is reality.
Dear the Morgile, I want you to understand the sentence that you have just said. I want you to understand that you have just said that it is very difficult for a well-educated person to come to the truth of the flat Earth. I mean, you're not wrong. I will say that much. You're genuinely not wrong. It is very difficult for a well-educated person to come to the truth about the flat Earth. Read the things wrongly. I heard about some flat earthers that built a rocket to travel to prove the flat Earth and ended up hurting himself. Yes, that was hilarious. Yes, he did. He did. It's a video. He didn't actually make it very high up either. Like his rocket wasn't, well, I mean, for obvious reasons, it wasn't very well built anyway. But it didn't make it very high. Even in the video that they show, you can see that he didn't make it very high up. The funny thing made from the guy who received buzzing punch. Oh, was he? The guy who got punched by Buzz Aldrin? Ooh, yeah. I know people point to that, like Buzz Aldrin punched somebody because he hates the truth and he's trying to censor people, so he's gonna use violence. Like, imagine being Buzz Aldrin, and imagine being somebody who has accomplished much more than you have, the Morgile. Granted, much more than I ever will, right? Somebody who has accomplished something incredibly unique to the human species, which is to walk on the moon, and to have idiots like you go up to him and say stupid shit to him all day long. Like, I would get pissed at that. I would want to punch you in the face for that. So in a lot of ways, I don't blame Buzz Aldrin for this nonsense, for punching somebody. Greater Sapien was my first ACS sub. Good. Greater Sapien is a good first sub. Don't blame me for that. Scientism, the disease that lengthens your life instead of shortening it. Cheers to that. Buzz is sick of the idiots. I mean, I'm sick of the idiots. I'm sick of the idiots, and I don't have to fucking... And I never went to the moon, right? God damn. Like, he got pissed of someone who told him that they had faked the video and the blue marble pictures. And I think, Mr. WF61, I think it's a little bit more than that. Like, it wasn't just, like... it wasn't just a random passerby who was like, fuck you, Buzz Aldrin, you faked the moon landing. It was a guy who had genuinely been harassing him for a long time, like, had been at all of his talks and had constantly harassed him about it. If I remember right, like, it wasn't just he got it wasn't the, I am fed up with everybody questioning the moon landing, I'm gonna punch this random asshole in the face. It was, this random asshole has been harassing me for a long time about me faking the moon landings. So I'm going to punch him in the face. Which, if I remember right, that's how that went. And I might be wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong. But I think that's how that went. And I mean, I would get pissed at that too. I don't blame Buzz Aldrin for being pissed at people. God, you have to be real fucking dumb for that nonsense.
So this is a huge problem. There is a chasm between what people believe is possible and what truly is in actuality. And hopefully you know, this video and others that I've done will help at least one single person take steps towards considering the Earth to be something other than a spinning ball, and to...
So, dear the Morgile, again, and I look at my watch as if my watch counts the amount of times that I've talked to you, but I'm gonna look at it anyway. So fuck you. This is like the 5th, 6th time. No, I got my I got my story mixed up. If you I entirely forgot what I was saying. If you want people to get onto your flat earth nonsense, maybe not have a 8-minute and 43-second intro. Your intro to your flat earth video is longer than my last video, which was about debunking moon landing hoax stuff. I was able to debunk moon landing hoax stuff quicker than you were able to start your video. I want you to understand how inefficient you are.
Rationally, skeptically revisit the idea that the Earth may not...
No, he's still going. Can I skip? Can I skip ahead like a good solid hour into this thing? Can I do that, please? Because there are people who give me their monies to watch boobs on my stream. I would like to skip ahead now. I really would. Please don't torture me with this nonsense anymore. No skipping. See, one of you was gonna be an asshole about this, and now I know which one it is. I got my eyes on you, Major Pet. God, I can never pronounce your goddamn name. Major Pletcha. Yeah, we'll go with that. I got my eyes. I can't. Hello, Tornado Pelt. Welcome. Have I said hi to you? I'm not sure if I had. Hello, how's it going? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Okay, we're gonna skip ahead. I'm fuck that nonsense. Hey, look, dog cam, because no one's ever shown the dog cam shows that the Earth is round ever at all.
Account the accurate amount of refraction and other perturbances that must be going on between the sun and our eye. Now, globe Earth physics indeed has values for all of these different layers, you know, the troposphere, the ionosphere, the magnetosphere, and so on and so forth, although you know, I'm certainly not convinced of those distances.
So, dear Morgile, please tell me how buoyancy and density leads to a gradient in air pressure. Like no, genuinely, please tell me. I would love to know this. 200 rate. 200 proves Dubay is a lying sack of shit. We are on the Morgile, but yes. Credibility intensified? No.
The only thing that I'm, you know, personally convinced of is anything that's involved with high altitude weather balloons, which we can replicate. So anything coming from the likes of NASA,
okay, wait,
we know that they've been lying, we know that they've been faking.
Hey, so I've done this because I find it hilarious, because I find you flat earthers hilarious, right? I've done this because Jism, and I'm gonna turn my camera. Jism did a high altitude balloon thing, right? And if you take Jeranism's high altitude balloon footage, which he still has online for whatever reason, because it entirely proves him wrong, and he's your buddy or whatever, right? So if you take his footage and you up the contrast so that it gets rid of the atmosphere layering bits, because that's terminology, you can see the curve very, very clearly in Jeranism's high altitude balloon footage. Not NASA's high altitude balloon footage. Not Vice's high altitude balloon footage, which by the way, ODD TV uses as evidence, not the little piggy balloon footage, which, by the way, ODD TV and Marty Leeds and a whole bunch of other flat earthers use as evidence of a flat earth. All of those show a curvature. So I am just you have never, ever actually bothered to look at flat earth. You have never bothered to look at high altitude balloon footage that disagreed with your opinion. That is my guess that you have never done. That is my rant on this guy.
Space for many decades, and so the values that they come back with, frankly, if we can't physically verify them, I'm sure that there are ways to do maybe spectroscopy or some.
I don't think you know what I can't do it. You know what?
Some form of radar or such pinging off the different layers of atmosphere or atmosphere above our heads. It is quite possible that the value.
He just said atmosphere. So the only thing that I find funny about atmosphere is that the S at atmos it belongs to the sphere part, not the atmosphere part. Like it belongs to the sphere part. So atmosphere, you can't even get that right.
Were given in globe Earth.
Oh my goodness, it's Guyver Yoda. Hello, Guyver Yoda. How are you? I haven't seen you in forever, my friend. It's been a while. How are you? I'm sorry, I get just super excited about you. Hello, flat bloke. Is that Nibiru there? I think it is Nibiru. Or sun. What are the extra suns called by flat earthers? I forget. Yes, it's probably Nibiru. They probably think the curvature is the rounded edge of the flat earth and that the atmosphere is the ice wall. You know what? So I've never gotten because they don't have one. We've never really gotten a straight answer as to what they think that anything is. So, well, long time, yeah, lots of shit happening. Well, I'm glad you're back. I've missed you, buddy. So, I'm glad that you're back.
Theory are just massively exaggerated. It's possible. But in any case, I guess my point there is that we can't necessarily use the values provided to us by theoretical physics and NASA in terms of what's going on to the sunlight as it passes through the Earth's atmosphere or atmosphere. And again, we know that the inbound light from the sun must be refracting through these varying density, temperature layers of gases. While you've also got the Earth's rotational magnetic field. And that's not a theory. The Earth definitely has a magnetic field, and there is good evidence to support the fact that magnetic fields can perturb light to extreme degrees.
No. So magnetic field. I don't know the research on magnetic fields. I am absolutely certain that magnetic fields could potentially fuck with light and bend light. Right? Magnetic fields are strong. The Earth's magnetic field is rather weak. Like it is not the strongest thing in the world. Nowhere near it. It is very, very weak. And we know this. And you acknowledge this, and you acknowledge this as a fact, but somehow in your world, the Earth's magnetic field is so strong that it can bend light. That is insane, the Morgile. And I would love to see your citation for the science that says that specifically Earth's magnetic field is strong enough to bend light. I get the feeling that you don't have any of that. I get the feeling that it's just, you know, magnetic fields in general can bend light, and that doesn't surprise me. You can make some really strong magnetic fields because there's difference between, you know, the strength of a magnet and you know, your common house. And I point to my refrigerator as if, you know, my refrigerator is over there as a fridge magnet, right? How weak? Jupiter is serial times stronger and Sun's more so. Okay. Gravity does bend light. There's actually, I'm sorry, I have to like reach down and grab my die. Maybe I won't. Maybe I can get it with my feet while I talk. Yeah, no, gravity does bend light. There's actually some cool experiments showing that. I think one was done in 1920 something or another. Because there was an eclipse, and you could actually see some of the constellations behind the sun and moon stuff. So there was actually some really cool experiments showing that. And MRI's magnetic field's about, oh, I love this. Crash, thank you, just Crash. An MRI's magnetic field is about 140,000 times stronger than the Earth's. Like, I don't think you understand how weak the Earth's magnetic field is, the Morgile. It is nowhere near as strong as you think it is. It can't bend light, you dummy. At least not Earth's magnetic field. Like, I could... Sorry, I have to think about this. Because it wouldn't just require a whole lot of energy to bend light using a magnetic field. It would be fucked up to do that. Yeah, no, don't do that. That is how relativity was contrived. Yeah, you do the experiment. Good job, Guyver. Yeah, no, that you're correct. That is one of the ways we knew relativity was a thing. Is that Einstein predicted that we should be able to see these constellations behind. You know, because the sun is such a gravitationally big body in comparison to Earth, at least, that it should be able to bend light around it, and it turned out that it could. It did, and we saw it in 1920s. We are very good at doing science, Morgile.
So there are variables here that we can't necessarily attest to having all of the values for the equation of doing something like trying to triangulate on the sun. But in any case, the apparent sun, for distant, you know, separated observers hundreds of miles apart looking at their subjective rendering of the apparent sun in their little bubble of atmos plane, that those such apparent suns could not possibly represent the actual position of the sun.
I thought that this whole thing was going to be all about you telling us about why we're wrong, not just coming up with bullshit without backing. My bow tie's falling apart and it's bothering me. All right, dear Mr. Havoc, welcome to being a moderator. You don't have a job. You just, you know, get to talk more than the rest of the peasants. I love the rest of you too. So yeah, welcome to being a moderator. So I hate to do this, but I feel like it must be done. We are going to take a break again because one of us has been drinking a lot of beer, and that one of us is me. So we are going to take a quick break. I will be right back. I swear we won't even get through a song. All right, and as promised, that was super quick. So, somebody said the thing, titties and beer. If you would like more boobs, the easiest way to get boobs is to donate. So, yeah, no, super chat and the other thing, the Streamlabs chat, or the Streamlabs donations will get you boobs. That is the best way to get boobs. If you want to watch them on YouTube. Obviously some of you do, which is why I use them to coax donations out of you. Okay. oh, that's good. Debate drinks 200 proof liquor. That's why his brain is dead. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Mr. W, you know what? I am feeling slightly generous. Mr. WF61, welcome to being a moderator. Have fun. Do the thing that you do. You're here like every other week or close to it, so you know, have fun. All right, we can listen to a little bit more of this stuff.
And that is whether or not the Earth is flat or a globe. It doesn't matter. The point is, when you watch the sunset at the beach, you're viewing a subjective instance of the sun apparently moving away from you. The operation of perspective will naturally cause the sun to apparently drop towards your horizon or towards your eye level, even though the sun is not actually lowering in altitude. That is an...
Wait, go back. Cause I want to make sure. No, go. God damn it! I lost it. Oh, wait, there was
the sun, and that is whether or not.
In the flat Earth model, the sun and moon
I don't care about
luminaries
you. Shit, I lost everything. Continue.
It doesn't matter. The point is, when you watch the sunset...
Oh no, that controls the volume. Shit, not... Okay, so that controls the volume and not the actual speed of the video. This video is so long that I can't actually, like, scrub through it without it being a giant fucking mess. Ah, damn it. He had some quotes from Isaiah, and I wanted to, like, read those. And now I cocked it all up. So, like, 8 something or another. God damn it. God damn it.
Regardless how uncomfortable it may be. Now, coming from the Globe Earth community, when these arguments used against us during our institutionalized affront of our rational understanding of the world,
we're gonna skip ahead. Just skip to there.
Is an operation of perspective. Furthermore, the effect of refraction, which again is not a theory but a demonstrable extreme variable in what is occurring to sunlight as it approaches the world and thus our eye. Refraction will cause the sun to vertically descend further, as the light from the sun would necessarily
Okay. No. I mean, no. You all have tried for years. And remember that thing that I mentioned earlier about models about models. There is a model that currently exists that is currently easily available to everybody, right? Including you, Mr. the Morgile. There is a model that very, very clearly predicts sunset, sunrise, and moonrise, and moonset, and every place that a star will be at every latitude that exists on Earth, at every location, that predicts it incredibly accurate. There is a model that does that already, and that already exists. So why should we use your model of which we got perspective, right? Why should we use your model of perspective, and why should we use your model of light curving if your model can't predict things as well as our model can? until you get to the point where you can actually predict when the sun will set without using a globe Earth model, you are just full of shit. That's like, you have nothing. You have nothing to go on. You have nothing to tell us. You can't. I'd like to see him explain the belt of Venus. I'd like to explain anything. I would like to have a flat earther without using globe Earth math, without using globe Earth models, without using any globe Earth stuff. I would love to see a flat earther predict sunset, predict sunrise, predict the phases of the moon, predict the celestial bodies, you know, when and where we can see Venus, when and where we can see Mars, when and where we can see Saturn, which, by the way, are all things that you can see with a camera. Not with a telescope, with a fucking camera. You can see these bodies. So until you actually get there, you need to shut the fuck up about perspective and about light bending. Because you have absolutely no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Okay. Hello, people. Hello, Miss Mad Scribbles. With some simplicity, too, probably. That's a sharp vest R&D. You dressed in the vest to success, I guess. Thank you, Dr. Seuss, for that compliment. I will take it. I do. Actually, I really like vests. One of the things that I hate about my job. So, let's go on a quick tangent to ignore the pain that is the Morgile and drink more beer. I gotta like raise this up higher so you can all see how much I have to drink. This is how much I have to drink to get through a video. So, oh, that is out. One of the things that I hate about my new job the most is that I have to wear scrubs to work, which is actually appreciated because considering how many times I had the shit beaten out of me, I don't want my clothes involved in that nonsense. But one of the nice things about my last job is that I was able to wear my dress clothes more often. So I don't get to wear vests anymore and bow ties. It's a shame. Do you work at a movie theater? Never mind. No, I don't. I'm a Mr. Chris. I'm a behavior therapist. I work with kids who are on the autism spectrum, and I help them. I help them with functional communication, and I help them just not be bothersome to other people. It's really hard to explain because it sounds like an asshole every time I say it, but I help them be more normal. It's pretty much it. It's not actually that because I don't help, like, normal is relative, but I help them function better in society. So I especially work in the severe behavior clinic. So I work with kids who have very severe behaviors, like kids who hit their heads hard enough that they might go blind if they keep doing it, kind of stuff. Or kids who bite other kids to the point that nobody will actually, like, they've been banned from every public school in the area. So I help them curve those behaviors so they can live a, you know, more neurotypical life. I don't want to be that asshole who says that they're more normal, but that's what I'm trying to do. So, you know, deal with it. Do you still work with autistic kids? Never mind, you just answer that. Let's just hope they don't become flat earthers. They're smarter than that. Working with autistic individuals is tough stuff. It is. I'm not sure I have any. I got bit the other day, and I'm not sure. Well, this one's visible. Might be able to see this one. Let's see if I can disattach this. You might be able to see this up here. Yeah, you can see that line right there. That's a scratch. That's a scratch from one of my clients right there. Had a bite mark on my other hand, which I don't think is visible yet anymore. So I don't quite have as many scars anymore. Like, well, not scars. I don't have as many battle wounds as I had like a couple of weeks ago. It's kind of, some of those have gone away. But yeah, no, I get the shit beat out of me every once in a while. By every once in a while, I mean like a daily basis. I really do actually get have to get the shit beaten out of me. That's a great camera angle. Let's stick with that one, right? There we go. So yeah, no. Helping kids develop is important. No, you know. It's what I do when I'm not dealing with flat earthers. So yeah, that's what I do for a living. Mister, do you work in a movie theater? No, I don't.
Fractal.
Oh, I need my headphones for this one.
Or bend towards the higher density gradient, meaning the sunlight would tend to refract downwards.
Sorry, I'm actually enjoying this music. Someone dance.
The operation of perspective and atmosplanic refraction causes.
They have a new thing. Atmosplanic refraction. That's amazing. Yeah, actually, the music isn't bad. I'm not gonna complain about the music. For once, I don't have to complain about the music. I usually have to complain about like having like Silent Hill music in the middle of a flat Earth video.
Is the apparent sun to set for an observer standing at sea level.
Oh, it stopped.
Now, if that observer raises their elevation hundreds of feet, of course they will see further from higher. As your field of view increases, you have
why?
A better, wider angle of attack towards the ground at a high.
But why? Like, if the Earth isn't a sphere, but why? Why? So I made like a couple of videos about this, but why is really my question. Why can I see further as I go up? So, if the reason that I can't see Honolulu from California is because of the fact that stuff gets in the way, that the granite and salt and sand and dust and moisture get in the way and make it impossible for me to see that far, then why can I see more as I get higher up? That makes no goddamn sense. If I go higher up, I have to actually look through more atmosphere, not less atmosphere. Like, so I understand what you're trying to say, because the atmosphere gets thinner as you go up, right? As you tell us, the atmosphere gets thinner, but if I'm looking at something diagonally, it means that I am seeing through more of it. Not less of it, but more of it. So how, at all entirely, do I see through more atmosphere when I'm higher up? This is a very, very important question that flat earthers haven't been able to answer ever. And I know what you won't be able to, but I would really like to see you try. Stop asking such additional questions. You're making their heads hurt. I know. Like, but they bring it up. Like, I wouldn't ask you this question if you didn't bring it up. It's really that simple. I really wouldn't. All right, moving on.
Higher elevation. And so it really is no surprise that the sun will return to view with such a change in elevation after it has apparently set for an observer on the ground level. Now, an observer can see further from higher upon a flat surface, just as an observer could see further from higher on a curved surface. So, this so-called argument, which allegedly supports...
No. I don't think you remotely at all understand. Oh, I entirely cocked that up. I don't think you remotely understand why you can see further. Like, I want to say that you don't entirely, and I have a sphere for you. I want to say that you don't entirely understand why you can see further on a globe than you can on a flat plane. On a flat plane, there is nothing at all blocking you from seeing an infinite distance. Nothing. One could say that mountains are in the way, but as I've pointed out in the past, if mountains get in the way, then from where I am here in Omaha, I'm in Omaha, Nebraska. From where I am, if I look west, which just happens to be behind me, if I look west, I should be able to at sunset see the Rocky Mountains blocking the sun. There should be absolutely no reason why I can't do that at all on a flat plane. Unless there's some other limiting factors, and some flat earthers have said that the granite and salt and dirt and fucking moisture blocked our view. But if you're on a flat plane, if you're on a globe Earth, then the reason that you can't see further is because there's this curve in the way. So as you go up, you can see further down the curve. I should grab a ruler for this nonsense, right? So if you're this, God, like being so high is very hard. There's stuff in the way. So the higher you go up, the further down you can see. But that makes no goddamn sense in a flat Earth. It makes absolutely none. And you have absolutely no explanation as to why this phenomenon happens. And this explanation, whatever fucking explanation you just gave, doesn't actually explain it at all. Being so high is very hard. It is very hard.
The globe exclusively is nothing more than a case of window dressing, taking observational data and filtering that through the lens of the Earth must be a spinning sphere no matter what.
No. You are projecting the Morgile. The shape of the Earth is the conclusion, not the starting point. Because you start at your conclusion, and because you started your conclusion and then try to curve, or yeah, I'm gonna go with curve your facts around your conclusion. You think that that's what everyone else does, and it's not. It's what you do. The rest of us do something different.
So any and all natural observations must be exclusive proof for a spinning ball Earth. Now this may sound a bit cynical or oversimplified maybe, however it really is the truth as I see it. For globers to claim you can see further from higher, therefore the Earth is a sphere, is just absolute nonsense, and it indeed demonstrates the point I'm trying to make with this video, that in order to remain a glober after being presented with the flat Earth hypothesis and going through the natural motions of first incredulity, shrugging it off as ridiculous, and possibly one day actually taking the...
So I'm sure this video has a whole lot more interesting stuff. But we're at the end of the show. I just realized this is longer and harder. Welcome to Longer and Harder, Blue Marble. This is what we do on the weekends. But thank you for joining us. So, we're gonna end there before I go too crazy, and before YouTube starts cutting my video up into little chunks. So, I am glad that we were able to do this at the very end, even if it did take a little bit, an extra hour to get this shit figured out. But thank you all for joining me. Unfortunately, Hobbs never made a showing today, so we're kind of stuck with me. What can we do? So thank you all for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, and a big thank you for Bohobo for becoming a patron. And if you would like to become a patron, do that thing where you click on the links and stuff for it. Everyone else, Not that you're different. No, that was mean. I'm sorry. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. As stated earlier, if you're watching this, there will be no longer and harder next weekend. I will be on vacation, but hopefully there will be a video. Hopefully, cross our fingers on that one. So hopefully there will be a video, and if not, you know, enjoy your weekend. I will see you all on Wednesday. Hopefully you will all be there for another Fan Art Wednesday. I think Wednesday we are doing some fan art for Geo Strepper, so look forward to that. Otherwise, you all have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I will see you all next time.